This video will show you how to calculate a discounted price. So in front of you, you should have your notes on the sheet. So everything that we do in the video should be copied onto your notes. So let's first start with a definition. So this definition for discount should be copied in the first two lines of your notes. If you need to, pause the video. Discount, a percentage of money that is subtracted from an original cost of an item. Again, copy this down where it says discount on your sheet. Next, if you look down below on your notes, you should see two boxes. This box is the left side, strategy 1, and then we're going to go over strategy 2 of how to calculate a discounted price. So the first strategy, strategy 1, again, everything that I do should be copied down on your notes. Strategy 1 is to set up a proportion. So we've been using proportions in class for the past few days with scale drawings and things like that. So setting up a proportion should seem familiar to you. So first of all, if I look, setting up a proportion, we have a t-shirt that the original cost is $25 for the t-shirt and it's a 40% discount. So our goal is to figure out the selling price of the t-shirt after the discount is applied. So we're going to copy down a general formula for the proportion that you can use, and then we're just going to plug in values based on what we're given. So the general formula is percent you pay over 100 is equal to discounted price over original price. Again, this is the general formula you can use for to set up your proportion, and then we just simply plug in values based on what we're given. So let's start with percent you pay. Again, we're just going to plug in values. So if I look here, the 40% discount means that I don't have to pay 40% of the cost. So to find the percent you pay, you simply just do 100% minus the 40% to give us the percent we pay or you pay. So I know 100% minus 40% will give me 60%. So the percent I pay is 60 over 100. And again, I'm just plugging in values. So percent you pay is 60, I keep the 100. My discounted price is X because that's what I'm looking for. And then the original price, look back at our problem, is $25. So then here's our proportion, and what I'm used to doing with proportion is multiplying by some sort of scale factor, but I can also think of division. So if I look at my denominators, I know that 100 divided by 4 will give me 25. So what I do to the denominator, I do to the numerator. So 60 divided by 4 will give me X, the discounted price. So I know that 60 divided by 4 is equal to 15. And so that means X equals $15. And then the $15 we know represents our discounted price. So again, we start with the general formula for setting up the proportion, and we just plug in values. So X equals $15, our discounted price. So if we pay for this shirt at the register, we would be paying $15 instead of the $25 because it's at a discount. So this is strategy 1, set up a proportion. So let's move on to strategy 2. Strategy 2, we can call it the three step strategy. So with the three-step strategy, again, we're given the same shirt, $25 t-shirt with a 40% discount. So we should come up with the same $15 selling price, based on what we found out with strategy number 1, setting up a proportion. So this is a different strategy you can use, so figure out which one you're more comfortable with. So the 3-step strategy, first of all, draw 2 squiggly lines, because there's going to be 3 different steps. So step 1 is to turn the percent into a decimal. So if I look 40%, that's the discount that we're given. To change it into a decimal, we can follow a simple rule. If I take a look at the value 40, I know that the decimal point, let me change colors, the decimal point starts here. To change a percent to a decimal, I move it 2 times to the left. So now the decimal point is here. So 40% as a decimal would be 40 hundredths. So again, just move it 2 times to the left, the percentage. If you start with 1, move the decimal point 2 times to the left to get a decimal. So that's step 1. Step 2 is to multiply. This should be written again in your notes. We're going to multiply the original costs, so the original costs, times the decimal. So step 2, multiply the original cost times decimal. So if I look, the original cost is $25. So 25 times my decimal over to the left is 40 hundredths, so times 0.40. I line up my values, and then I just go ahead and multiply. I know that 0 times 5 is 0, 0 times 2 is 0, add my placeholder, 4 times 5 is 20, put my 0 down, carry the 2, 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10, and then I add. So this is 0, 0, 0, 1. It's 1,000 now, but I know that there are 2 decimal places, 2 values behind my decimal point. So if my decimal point starts here at the end, I move it 1, 2, and then so I'll just write it off to the side. It's $10, we can think of it. So that is step 2, multiply the original cost times the decimal. So we've done step 1, step 2, step 3. Our final step is to, that's not a good color. Our final step is to subtract. So we'll subtract original cost minus discount. And our discount is from step 2. So we're getting $10 off the original cost. So the original cost is $25 minus the discount from step 2 is $10. So when we subtract, just bring down my decimal point. So our final answer is $15, and then $15 again represents our discounted price, just like from strategy 1, setting up a proportion. So step 1, percent to decimal. Step 2, multiply the original cost times the decimal. And then step 3, subtract original cost minus the discount. So again, our final answer, just like strategy 1, is $15. So either strategy, you should be able to get the same answer. Next, fold your notes in half and glue them into your notebook. I will tell you which page to glue them on. And then after you're done gluing, get a task sheet from me. You'll be doing an online shopping task.